Totalkare, just going to go through the safe operation of our axle stands. Each axle stand can take a weight of 7.5 tonne per axle stand. Before we use them, we want to do a pre-use check, just making sure that all the caster wheels are operating as they should, just by moving it around. They are spring loaded, so just putting pressure on each corner just to make sure that the springs are collapsing. Checking that the collar is secure, checking the cradle for any damage or distortion. And checking the screw of the axle stand through its full length to make sure there's no damage. Important thing to remember when using the axle stands is always take the axle stand to the vehicle and never lower the vehicle onto the axle stand. That can cause side load to be put through the axle stand, which can cause damage or cause the caster wheels springs not to collapse. So when the vehicle is in the safety locks, there's no need to put additional support stands underneath unless your company risk assessments request that you should. Again, what we want to do is make sure that where we're placing the axle stands is clear. There's no rubbish, nuts, bolts underneath that could cause it to come down unevenly. And it's important that when we do use these, we take the axle stand to the vehicle, lining it up to make sure that we're not coming into any obstructions. Now we've taken the weight of the vehicle, and you'll see that the caster wheel, spring-loaded caster wheels have collapsed. That means when we transfer the weight from the lift into the axle stand, it's already in contact with the floor, which will prevent any damage to the caster wheels or axles for the dolly wheels. So on the display in the top right-hand corner, we've got the battery voltage. Next to that, you'll see the up and down arrow and an 8. That's basically telling you that between the highest column and the lowest column, there's an 8mm difference. The Wi-Fi signal between each column, the height of the column, which we can change into inches just by pressing the numbers, that'll convert that into inches. Column number 1, we're on channel 10, and there's 4 of them in the group. Across the bottom here, we've got access to the menu, the tortoise, which will reduce the lowering speed of the columns when they're coming down, and then your groups. So at the moment we've got them in a group of 4. We can have them in a pair across an axle or a single column. For the purposes of this, we want to use a single column. So we press the green button, the other 3 columns will beep to say that they're not part of the group, and then we can raise and lower this column. So what we've done here, we've took the weight of the vehicle through the axle stand, lowered this column on its own independently, so the vehicle's still completely level. This gives us access for checking wheel bearings, kingpins, and anything else that you might need to check in the wheel arch of the vehicle. You could put all 4 axle stands under each corner, which will allow you then to remove all 4 columns, and then you can move your 4 columns to lift another vehicle while still being able to carry out works on this vehicle in the workshop. Push the column back under the vehicle. We want to take it off the weight of the axle stand, so we press the green button. It's still in the single mode, and then up. As it's going up, we're paying attention to make sure it's lifting. As soon as it takes the weight of the vehicle, we want to put it back into all 4 mode. Press the green button, select the 4 columns. The other 4 columns will stop beeping. Press the green button again, and then we can lift all 4 columns. And then we can remove the axle stand. So now we've finished the work on the underside of the vehicle. We want to lower all 4 columns to the floor. So we press the green button, we raise the vehicle slightly till we hear a click to make sure that the safety locks are disengaged, and then we can come down. Throughout the whole descent, we're paying attention to make sure all 4 columns are lowering at the same speed and it's synchronised. When the lift gets to 300 mil, all 4 columns will stop. Let go of the down button, press it again, and it will beep for the rest of the descent. That's just a warning to make sure you've got no toes or anything else under that could get trapped. When we've got all 4 columns on the floor, keep the button pressed until we see 0 on the display. So we've got the vehicle at the floor. Pull out the first column to allow access to the driver's door, so we can get in the vehicle and put the bar brake on. That will prevent the risk of the vehicle rolling when we pull the other 3 columns out.